really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
So the Wolverines starting 5. Freak in a 2-guard. Ellis is out there with Jones. Then it's Smith. Then it's Flash in at the point.
And you see Freak out there. Nobody is 100% sure what position he'll be best at on the next level, but they know he'll be out on the wing. He looks so comfortable in space.
And with Freak, it's his plethora of moves that really impress me. He can create a shot in space anywhere and anytime. He's got a really good sense of how to operate from the wing.
And stolen by Trice. Warren with the ball from past the arc. The shot by Trice, no good.
Well, there have been a lot of great players out of Georgetown over the years, most of them big men, but don't forget about Allen Iverson. He might just be the most popular former Hoya of all time.
And it's Freak missing. On defense, Michigan. Here's Price. Ellis with some nice D. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And Freak has really come out blazing here in the first half, absolutely imposing his will on the opponent.
And, Greg, that's what great college players do. I mean, they control the game and really make the opposing defenses adjust to them.
Price outside. There's the pick. It's stolen by Jones. Now the dish to Freak. And there's another one for the Wolverines. And Allen Iverson was only at Georgetown for 2 seasons. The way he played, he completely set the college basketball hoop world on fire.
We might never see a scorer quite like Iverson again. For his size, what he packed into that small frame was absolutely amazing. As unique and relatable a guy as we've had.
And it's a completely new group here for the Hoyas. Michigan making some changes. Now the Hoyas with it. 7-point differential. Hodges with a screen on Stevenson. Pass to Hodges. So Michigan ends up going with the new group. Michigan with the ball. Taking a look at the Hoyas. Warren is out there with Price. Then there's Hudson. And it's Trice, and it's Randolph in at the shooting guard position. Here's Freak. Shot is no good.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Now Trice. Pass to Randolph. Here's Hudson. Shoots from the line. And it's Freak with the rebound.
Guys, it's almost impossible to think about Michigan basketball and not think of the Fab Five. I mean, one of the most storied recruiting classes ever. They were dominant in their tenure here at Michigan. You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
And thinking back to the Fab Five, there were 5 freshmen, all brought in the same year, and they all started.
Yeah. Chris Webber, Juwan Howard, Jalen Rose were the most successful pros, all of them playing professionally at some level. It's still considered one of the greatest freshman classes, if not the greatest of all time. And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Gonzalez, he's checked in for the Hoyas. Wright, he's checked in for Michigan. Knight comes in for Flash. Georgetown trails by 8. Price kicks to Trice. And it's good. Caught through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Michigan making some changes. Taylor comes in for Smith. And Jefferson subbed in for Jones. Well, for a long time, Michigan has been a big power in men's basketball, really in all sports. The school has a very strong program.
No doubt, the Wolverines love their sports. Easy to cheer for the basketball program with all the success they've had over the years.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak.
Here's Trice. Here's Hodges. And he gets it to go. Hodges has got his first bucket in this one.
And for the Wolverines, they have one official title in 1989. Have made it into the college championship game a lot of other times. Finished 5 times as the runner-up.
And there have been some highs and lows in the Michigan program. Overall, you have to give them credit for being a persistent presence in the tournament. A lot of iconic moments have involved the Maize and Blue.
When you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Freak. He has 15 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 3-pointers.
Well, when he squared himself up and gotten good looks, he's knocked them down.
Harkless is checked in for Trice.
Not a typical trip to the line for him there. He had been knocking them down today.
They get the rebound. Another shot. And it's Michigan with the rebound. Now here's Freak. He's got 15. From deep. Here's Cunningham. And once again off the mark by Michigan. From deep three-point range. No good trying to beat the buzzer. So we've reached the end. And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
And guys, I think we may see some strategies being adjusted here as we get into the second half. Still plenty of time to cut into this lead.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, Freak has done a good job of getting his team in this position, and they got themselves a bit of breathing room in the first half, and all they have to do the rest of the way is manage the lead.
On the court for Michigan. Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Ellis is out there with Smith. Then it's Jones. Then it's Flash in at the 1 spot. Now here's Freak, takes the 3. And it's Price with the rebound.
Well, I tell you what, guys, so many great centers have come through Georgetown. For a while, they were the destination for great centers going into college. You can point to any of their teams and find an NBA center on the roster.
There's a screen. And stolen by Freak. And he converts the layup. Freak's got the first points of the second half here for the Wolverines. The Georgetown Hoyas have had so many great centers. Greg Monroe, Roy Hibbert, some of the more great recent. The Wolverines leading by 10. Beyond the arc. The shot is off. So Georgetown will take it the other way. In the corner, Felix with it. From deep. No good. And here's Freak. He's got 17. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Freak's got 19 points.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
They've got Nelson, and it's Harkless in at the point guard. He kicks to Felix. He dishes it to Harkless. Outside Gonzalez. Felix, the pass to Nelson. Outside Gonzalez. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nelson with it. He's against Cunningham. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points. 1:41 left here in the second half. The Wolverines leading by 10. The 10-footer. It's deflected. is on the break. Here's Harkless. A nice shot by Hudson.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
1:21 left here in the second half of the game. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And the Hoyas with some changes. Price is checked in for Wilson. And Price is subbed in for Harkless. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Georgetown trails by 9. 1:07 left to play in the second half. Here's Warren. Again, Georgetown.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
Here's Freak. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And it's a completely new group here for the Hoyas.
Stay down.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Wolverines.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers. Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Out of bounds, Georgetown takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
So Michigan going with almost an entire new group here, and they're desperately trying to get this game back within reach.
And with very little time to spare.
Warren with the ball. Ellis on him. Got it despite fading back a bit.
Sometimes folks forget about his decent mid-range jumper. He can knock those down all game given a chance.
And so they foul intentionally.
That's his first personal foul.
Cuts off the pass.
Ill-advised pass on that one, guys. I mean, he had to know there was a man there in position to get that turnover.
And it's Warren with the jam.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And, you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
26 seconds left to play here in the second half. And they go to the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. In both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
A shot by Randolph. Nobody around. Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
And really the focus right now is to stay hot. Not much time left to complete this comeback, so they've got to get it done now.
And he makes the first of the 1-1. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
There's 18 seconds left in the second half of basketball. Trice kicks to Warren. And it's Michigan with the rebound. And an intentional foul right there.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for Georgetown. Freak. At the line for 2.
And that one misses. He's able to hit the second one, and that increases their lead to 6.